decent.
And it's really good to see just two solid singles players, but when they come together for doubles, they do really well.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get two top players together. Like, hey, let's team all the time, forever. And so here they are.
That's some of the power that comes with static partners.
And like, I think their best thing is like just their combo game off of each other. You'll see like if they get in a 2v1 situation, you are done. Absolutely. If you blink in there, you're at 70%. So getting into game 1, FD. I know Dan and Knight really like FD, so I'm not really surprised they ended up here.
I think it's interesting that that blue team didn't ban the stage for Cloud. Because they don't have the I mean, it's not a bad stage for Cloud, but he doesn't have those platforms that he can abuse for limit.
The one thing with Cloud, though, is he can juggle people just as well on the stage. Though, like, there's no platforms that you escape to. It's like, Cloud has pros and cons in every stage. He doesn't really have a bad one, I don't think. Because, if there's platforms, you can charge limit. No platforms, well, then you can just up air everyone. It's just like...
It's so hard to land, especially as Rosalina with that big hitbox. You have to use your down air or another disjointed move to really...
Day has been really on point with these side B reads. He was looking a little rusty at the beginning of that last set, but he's been really turning it on.
And you can see that blue team's doing a great job maintaining stage control and making sure that they're getting rid of Luma.
And it's just like, Lucario is such a momentum-based character. Like, if you're on and you're getting your reads, it's really hard to stop him. But like, if you're struggling to get kills and like you're getting killed early, then you're gonna have a bad time.
And there goes Luma once again already.
Day holding onto his stock. Oh, okay. I just love when Lucario like lands on the stage, like in like. Got serial.
He has to take a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, goes for the hard read and gets a
jab.
Killed him.
Just Luma things.
And both teams have missed grab releases to their respective up airs. And they both need to work on their synergy to really do a great job.
Ned wasting that limit there. Having to use his limit up B didn't really seem like he needed to go off stage. Yeah, that's going to do it, but Mario's dead too, so that's good stuff by Day, though.
I think that was a good trade, honestly, in their opinion.
I mean, because Ned was at like, what, 150, and Mario was only at like somewhere around 100, so I think it was a good trade.
Dan's really going to need to live longer if they want to have a chance.
Yeah, like, you'll see Knight sit back and he'll like stock tank really hard, but there are times where Dan will get killed early being the aggressor and they just have a hard time holding on to stocks.
And Red Team doing a good job in their respective 1v1s. Really handling that pretty well.
They're just having a hard time handling Cloud.
They haven't really come up with an answer, and then while they're so focused on Cloud, Day's able to go in there and
get those stocks early.
It's a really interesting team combo that you don't see very often, but it's working really well for blue team.
And like, this is such a smart team. Like, if played correctly, Lucario Cloud is so deadly. Like, they're going to be getting kills at 100 or less on you often if they've got their reads right.
Their punish games are just so strong.
And Lucario's at almost max aura right now. So if he breathes on either of them right now, they're dead.
We have a somewhat even game in terms of stocks, but I feel like the momentum's firmly in blue team's favor.
Yeah, but if you look at the stocks though, they're pretty much even. So one read, one way or another, could change the outcome of this really quick.
Mario has a really good game against Lucario off stage that he can take advantage of.
Yeah, and if Dan can hold on the stock for a while, they're going to be in really good shape. But if he dies quickly to like a Cloud limit break, then they're gonna be in bad shape.
I think we're seeing a different Dan than we saw at the beginning of the game. He's really getting his spacing a lot better, getting those combos, and doing a lot of damage. And also doing a pretty decent job staying alive so far. Are they going for that aura ball?
Oh, caped him and he still got hit by the side B. Okay.
They end up taking the stock, so if Red Team can get a kill early, they can do this, but it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Days off stage. This is their chance.
Not quite.
And neither of them get it. And now Luma's dead.
Yeah. Held onto the ledge too long there.
And it's hard when you're when Lucario's on the ledge. You have to think of an option, but if you don't think of an option, he can cancel it and just get it down there.
Yeah, and if Lucario gets a grab, it's over. They're really good at converting those Cloud combos.
And when you're stuck in the middle, charged.
Some miscommunication there, I think. Not quite. Lucario's not considered a heavyweight, but he's basically right on the gap between middleweight and heavyweight. So, as Smash gonna take it there. Game 1 going to Day and Ned.
And that was actually pretty close in the end, but you felt like Blue Team really had solid control of the stage and things like that. And they were just dominating the momentum with Ned racking up a ton of percent and then Day coming in and getting 5 kills in that game.
And like you can see, like as the match went on, it seemed like Dan and NiTe were getting a better understanding of what they needed to do, but like they just couldn't quite pull it out there at the end. So we'll probably, this isn't going to be a 3-0, I don't think, one way or another. So I can see them adapting and this probably getting to a game 5.
If Dan plays like he did at the end of that game, they'll be in good shape, but he needs to not. He died really early to some Cloud off stage. He also died really early to Lucario, so he has to make sure that he can avoid those things.
It's especially in Lucario, that's definitely easier said than done, especially in the chaos of doubles. Like, it's a lot easier to be aware of what he's doing in signals when it's just you and him, but you got all the other bodies flying around you. It's really hard to be recognizing like, oh, if I get touched right now, I die because Lucario.
If you get that force palm and you don't see him come up on you, I mean,
yeah,
you could die 70, 80% if he has aura. The other hard part about this matchup is just Luma's dead.
Is that gonna do
so
it?
Early, and
he killed himself. He jumped in the bubble. He was gonna live that too. That's a really bad break for Red Team.
They gotta convert here early. And once again, Ned's only at 80%, doing a really good job of just avoiding hits.
And that's just gotta be really frustrating for Red Team because like you gotta know that that's what he's doing, but they just can't prevent him from doing it.
And Ned just focuses right on Luma and kills her just with a dash attack and a down smash.
And like I think the one thing that why this blue team works so well is because they both know what their role is and they stick to it. Ned's obviously staying back, charging limit, holding on to stocks, and Day's going in and taking as much damage as possible and getting those early kills. So like they have their game plan and they're sticking to it really well, and it works.
And they both understand that without Luma in the equation, this game becomes a lot less scary because they can't get killed quite as early.
Oh, that'll do it. Nice job by Dan. And Town City coming in handy there. That might have killed either way, but that low ceiling definitely gave him the boost he needed.
He needs his head guard. Gets it. Oh, and Dan comes in and actually interrupts what NiTe was going to go for. That was not great communication by
there we go.
But that was.
Nice, good stuff by Dan. Taking the stock early, making sure Lucario can't use that aura. That changes the outlook of this game for them a lot.
It does. I mean, now you have Day a stock down. Ooh, and they tried to get that gimp on Ned, but he went high instead.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Great recovery.
But like Ned's getting up there in percent now too.
No, this is firmly in Red Team's favor. With Ned and NiTe at the exact same percent.
If he can get this cape gimp, nope. It's really important that they take this stock from Ned as quick as possible, or Ned can just take theirs. Yeah. Either way.
Cloud.
Fair and balanced gameplay.
Great stuff, though.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll see from Dan and NiTe a lot is they go for grab release up smash one way or another, and they're really good with timing it, regardless of who's the one doing it, which is how they'll get a lot of their kills out of grab.
Both of them having one of the better up smashes in the game. When NiTe charging in, thinking he could beat that, but Luma was behind him, so he ended up taking the hit.
This game could quickly tilt one way or another. Like, if they can get rid of Day right now, it's gonna be really good for them to get the 2v1. But if Mario starts taking a lot of percent and dies to Lucario Aura, then it's gonna be another lost game for them.
And when you make mistakes on Day's shield, he's punishing you so hard for it. So they have to be really careful not to do random smashes.
Oh, was that gonna do it? Nope, not quite.
If he charged that a little bit more, he was dead.
He's lucky he didn't.
And Ned getting Dan off the ledge so that way he can't get that edge guard. Good stuff. And now Knight's here without.
Is he gonna get the edge guard? No.
Goes high. Really smart.
That'll do it on. Oh, Dan. Going for the grab probably wasn't the best option there. I think he thought that NiTe would have been. Oh!
He gets him.
Wow!
That was something. That was something.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, I mean, you can see Diz mad himself for that.
He had it. They had the game, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't.
Wait, no, but like, did Ned hit Day out of his counter, or like?
I honestly, it just kind of looked like they were falling, and
one of them just threw. I think. Okay, no. I think Day hit Ned, and Ned hit Day, and then Day died, and then Ned just got up smash right away after.
I think he wasn't able to react to it. And just
something like that. Yeah, that was firmly in blue team's hands, and then they just, that was quite the choke. I have not seen something like that. That's why you play 5 games. That's why you have best of 5, though.
And they were doing decently well.
They're doing very well.
The real reason that red team even got that kind of close was Dan was able to get those really early kills on Day. So if they play, I mean, even like they did last game, they should have it. That was rough.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I mean, it's not like red teams are any slouches and they couldn't have won it on their own, but that was just weird. Like they were just kind of giving it. They just wrapped up a nice little bow for them, and now blue team's gonna have to shake it off and try to pull out this set anyway.
They were just, I think, both really focused on the kill that they just kind of forgot about what they needed to do.
Like, oh, we're on the same team. We can hit each other. This is enough for glory.
I have no idea.
Whoa, that thing extends a mile.
That's crazy. And now blue team's playing a bit more shook up. I mean, red team's doing a really great job with NiTe at 53%.
He's looking like Ned out there right now. Ned's already at 120.
And this is just the opposite of what we saw last game. Instead of Ned living to really high percents, it's
They gonna do it? Yep, that'll do on Cloud. And like, this is one thing I noticed at Combo Breaker. Ned and Day were in a 2v1 against Triple R and Jibka. And then there was some weird flub, and Triple R and Jibka ended up winning the set because of it. Where like there was a similar 2v1 situation, they lost the game, and then ended up going to game 3, and they kind of flubbed that way. So I don't know if they're still going to be kind of tilted from that, and it's going to end up costing them the set. I hope not, but you never really know. Meadows can swing back and forth.
And now stocks are even. Ned's getting some really great combos, but Day just keeps getting more and more percent. And if red team can close out Day's stocks, they're going to be in a really good position. But if he continues to just grow aura, they're going to be in trouble.
And he just didn't there. So the Day already on his last stock. Both players on red team looking really healthy. Nice. You said DI on that down air? That was really smart by NiTe. That would have definitely been his stock too.
That was really good awareness and ability to react there. He understood the situation he was in.
And once again, Ned high in percent already. So Ned's not doing so well with stock taking as he had been for the last couple sets we've been seeing.
And I keep seeing Ned just down smash on the ledge. He keeps going for that option.
I think he's trying to cover 2 players at once, trying to like if NiTe's trying to run in and help his partner, and then if he catches Mario on the ledge.
Because Dan was punishing that really well, but now in terms of stocks, red team actually, or blue team actually has a lead, but momentum I feel is firmly in red team's favor right now.
And if they can take care of Day's stocks early like they have been, then they're going to be in the same stock situation, but Ned's also at really high percent. So this can turn into a 2v1 really fast.
They both rushed in and both got hit by that
nice up smash.
Force bomb, so they need to just close this out. Good stuff.
Yeah, Day needs to stay back and recover. Oh, is that gonna? Oh, how early did up air kill? Was that like 80?
That was something. Lucario for you. Trying to get that back air.
Right.
Oh, and gets it. All right.
It? Okay.
It's still. Dan really needed to live there, and that hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, Rosalina has great disjointed hitboxes, so she can get that Gimp, but Cloud with just being able to get rid of Luma so easily.
And this is definitely one of Rosalina's hardest matchups. It's probably up there with Meta Knight as probably her hardest.
And having to play with a 60% deficit. But he's doing a really great job of not getting hit.
Yep. Oh, is that gonna do it? Yeah, that'll do it.
And that's what red team kept doing. They kept punishing or attempting to do something on shield, and blue team just had good out of shield punishes, whether it be limit or charging aura ball to up smash.
So if we're red team, trying to think of where they'd want to go. They definitely don't want to go to battle. The thing is, red team really likes Battlefield, I know. But I don't know if you want to go there against Cloud and Lucario, where Lucario will live forever, Cloud will live forever, and you can get jello by up air until the end of the night. So
Dreamland. Okay. I think Dreamland's a decent compromise. Obviously, Rosalina does incredibly well on this stage.
And Lucario's not going to have that extra blast zone to keep him alive, so extra depth in the blast zone.
Because Dreamland's such horizontally a really small stage in terms of area to walk on, Day can't run away as much, and you can get in his face and really get those kills when he's at high percent if you need to. And obviously, this is arguably Mario's best stage as well, having some really good combos.
Getting those up air, up B, easy money combos, that could give them the boost they need to turn this set around.
And interestingly enough, Ned has the highest percent in this match so far.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, he's gone from being this easily the best stock tank to quickly, like, he's seeing percent climb a lot. Does Dan know how to get out of that? Because what you do with Aura Charge, if they got you on the ledge, is you mash towards Lucario and then, like, roll away. Because that gives you extra room.
Get out of it. Yeah, he was just sitting in shield and waiting until his shield got poked or broke. And that could have been a really bad punish if it would have broken the shield and not poked instead.
Okay.
Goes for that. And
is that going to do it?
Good coverage.
And
they should get this kill.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
Good stuff.
Kind of a flub there by Day. That's going to cost him the stock.
Was he expecting Ned to grab the ledge, or did he just miss it?
I'm not really sure. I think he was trying to, like, stay out of Ned's way, but Ned was already dead, so he already committed to it.
At Night, only at 63%, doing a really great job. And I think they're making those adaptations you talked about as a team. You're seeing good combos, everything.
Okay, so right now, if Red Team's been holding these stocks for a while, it's going to open up their lead quite a bit. But Lucario's aura is quickly increasing, so they'll probably die to anything from Lucario at this point.
I think the matches are going to come down to, can they kill Lucario early or not?
That's how pretty much any game is against Lucario. It'll go one way or another really quickly, depending on how Lucario's doing. Oh yeah, and then limit cross slash to cover the ledge there.
Just a really low amount of ledge flexibility, and Dan gets hit with that.
Which, that's okay. They've built up quite a bit of extra credit. Lucario's at a really high percent. He'll probably die to up smash, I would think. Kind of some mistiming there by Red Team. That'll do it though.
Gets the roll read.
If they can get this combo, oh no, Dave being smart and using his invincibility to break up the combo. That's one really important component of doubles, is if you die, just get down as quickly as you can to help your partner and use the invincibility you have to break up combos and help your partner out.
And Dan gets that up smash on Ned, giving them a really big advantage.
Yeah, and they're both at really healthy percent on their second stock, so if they can keep doing what they've been doing, they'll take this game forward. But right now, they're doing their best to keep Rose off stage, but Knight makes it back.
And Knight's are really good at mixing up that recovery, making sure that he can get back on stage. Because, I mean, obviously,
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Rosalina's recovery is so linear and so easy to punish that.
Knight saw his percent climb really quick there at the end, so he really needs to make sure he holds on to this last stock as long as he can.
And you usually see Dan more going in and Knight being the stock tank, but in this situation, it's reversing, and Knight's climbing really quickly, and that's not what they can have.
Is he gonna get the skimp on Day? Nope.
Ooh.
Almost gets the back air 2-frame punish, but not quite.
And you see both of them, both Knight and Dan, doing a lot of smash attacks.
All right.
Trying to fall with the downer there, didn't quite work out.
Day is really. Oh, I was gonna say Day's making the most of this last stock and then gets down smashed. So you're gonna see some clutch 2v1 play here from Dan and Knight. I would be very. I don't want to jinx them, but I would be very shocked if they cough this up. They're a very good 2v1 team. And especially with, oh yeah, because that'll do some damage, and if they get one more grab like that, it's gonna be game. But you don't see these guys cough up 2v1s. They're very good at comboing off of one another. Yeah, that'll do it. No.
Oh, Dan, come on.
Ugh, that hurts.
And I feel like they're both playing really nervous, but they're not playing incredibly poorly either. It's really interesting.
Okay, that'll do it. Good stuff.
There we go.
I was expecting limit break cross slash to kill Rosa right there, and then like putting them in the 1v1. But at the same time, Ned probably didn't want to go for it for the risk of just Dan coming up and up smashing. So good stuff by Red Team, evening it up and getting to game 5.
And they just need to keep their momentum going, play off of that. And are you expecting a Battlefield counter pick?
If it's not banned, yes. I would assume I don't know if there's no bans.
Because there's Duck Hunt, Lilat, and Battlefield.
I'd rather go to Duck Hunt than deal with Battlefield against that team. They're hovering over Overlook Assault. Let's go.
Oh, that's a wonderful stage.
Fair and balanced. It would be great stage for game 5.
Just like Castle Siege, except orbital gate
Yeah,
assault
how
was
is
never
that stage
legal.
ever legal? Like, it was so bad.
I remember I was on Halberd, actually. The crane killed a guy I was playing against, and so salty. I felt so bad. I was like, I didn't earn that.
I can see why they went to this stage, mainly because of the fact that Cloud can camp limit really easily on this stage.
Well, and with Lucario killing horizontally really well with Force Palm, this is a great stage for Lucario. And he has a lot of space to run around and stay alive. I think this is a great counter pick by Blue
So
team.
far, Knight was being stuck off stage against Ned for a while. He took a quick 67.
They both kind of broke into one-on-ones, and opposite members of each team kind of did really well, with Dan doing really well against Day and then Ned doing really well against Knight.
Yeah, but now Ned's going back to stock tanking with, whoa, was that going to do it? Yes, that will.
It's huge.
That's a big game changer right there.
That was a great forward smash by Knight, recognizing the situation.
Oh, Luma's still alive. I thought that would kill Luma pretty quick.
And Knight is challenging Ned as Cloud really well. Even though that matchup's obviously not great for Rosa, he's going in and trying to make it work to the best of his ability. Going for the roll, good stuff, using that invincibility.
And I almost feel like he has an easier time dealing with Cloud when Luma isn't there, because he doesn't feel like he needs to protect her. So, I don't know. I mean, obviously it's good to have Luma there for the extra knockback and stuff, but it seems like he almost like feels like he can go in easier. But I'll smash golf swing, it's good, taking it.
And Day and Ned not really converting off of each other's grabs, which is obviously in double something you need to do.
You don't see that very often from this team, except for like Cloud combos like at kill percent when it's like a 2v1. That'll do it.
Force palm, and that was a strong kill.
Ned's still on his first stock though. If he can hold on to this.
This is similar to the games we saw before, where Day is really taking damage early, and Ned is trying to stock tank, so that way Day can get his rage.
Is that gonna kill? Okay,
yeah,
I thought we were gonna see a team kill there. That would have been really.
They need to work on their communication if they want to do really well, because obviously game 2 things didn't work out so well because of a team kill.
Yeah. And oh wow, killing with back air. I think he was at 70 before that back air hit.
Talking about communication, that was really excellent.
This is going to. Okay, is that going to do it? I believe that will kill Lucario. Nope.
Lack of range. Oh, but
that going to kill, yeah.
It, and
okay.
Good stuff.
It evens it up pretty much.
That early kill on Knight really shifted the momentum of this game.
Yeah, it's really going to hurt Red Team, but like, it's definitely not out of their reach. If Dan can do a good job of holding on to this stock and then get that stock off of Day pretty quickly, it could make a big difference. But you're seeing Ned go back to stock tanking, and he's just not getting hit.
And Ned is juggling Knight really well. Obviously, making do that matchup, and we just saw a random forward smash from Dan. That was not
yeah,
good.
this isn't looking good for Blue Team.
And they just really need to close out.
They need a really early kill on Day right now, and then it's hard because Ned just doesn't get hit.
And with Ned coming in and breaking up a lot of
and
combos,
I can do it, okay.
That was good, and that was huge.
That's some Taco Bell combos, whatever you want. I don't know if that's Taco Bell combo or that's the paper dish combo, because it's like you just kind of get hit by up air and you just die, and you're like, okay. But Day, it's looking bad for Day all of a sudden.
He's getting in there, and Knight is really doing a great job for
if they
his
can
team.
get Day, and that'll do it. Okay, this turned really quick.
And Knight really just with a couple clutch kills in great stage position.
And Ned not using the most of that limit right there.
And now Ned's in a really, really bad position. No limit, and a 2v1 situation against two awesome players.
And that they know how to handle the 2v1. If Dan's looking really healthy right now. And is that going to do it? Nope, not quite.
So Cloud coming back. They need a. Oh, they didn't even go off stage. Not even signing out.
I don't think they want to risk it, which is understandable because they have the lead. They really don't need to try to go off and risk that. Okay, that'll do it.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
And if Ned
good stuff to Red Team.
If Ned would have gotten a down smash there, it would have been a 1v1.
Yeah, Ned is not happy about how that ended.
And with game 2, how they just threw that away. That's a heartbreaker.
So for those just tuning in, we are going to be coming up next with Grand Finals here at Midwest Mayhem 3 between Panda Global's MVD and ESAM against Galloping Ghost Arcade, Knight, and Dan. Rematch of Winners Finals.
And how